Hi everyone, welcome to Traveling Misknits. My name is Pia and I am, as always, so very happy that you're joining me here today for maybe a somewhat shorter episode. I just really wanted to pop in, say hello, and show you some birthday related knitting things. I did celebrate my 60th birthday this weekend and it was just absolutely perfect. I couldn't be happier with how we chose to celebrate. I love birthdays. I've always loved birthdays and I'm so proud every time I manage to add another year to my life. So this year was no exception, but with things that have been going on for the past couple of weeks, I'm really happy that I had arranged for a series of smaller celebrations, just with a few people here and there, and very low-key, very calm. It's been perfect. So I want to show you what I was wearing, because of course I was wearing my knits. I also wanted to show some of the presents that I got, some of the knitting related things. And then I want to share my birthday cast on. I don't usually have a birthday cast on, but you know, I don't usually turn 60. So I decided to go for it this year. First, really quickly, what I am wearing today. This is my Advent cowl. It's one of the Advent patterns that are coming out on November 24. I have showed you this. I first made one for Peter in some gray nuances. Then I proceeded to make this one for myself in some browns. I think I showed it as I was knitting on it, but now it's done, finished, and I am wearing it a lot because it's just so easy to it's much easier for me to wear than a shawl. I don't have to fiddle with it. I can just pull it over my head and it's there. So the pattern for this one is again coming out November 24, and I will show you a little bit more about the Advent patterns during the knit-a-thon next weekend. But for my birthday, I was wearing my cardigan. I managed to finish it in time for the celebrations. And I am so happy with this thing. I love this deep, dark burgundy red color. It is just so cozy and at the same time rather elegant, I think. I wore it with a black dress and some boots, high-heeled boots. And then because I added these pearly bling buttons, I layered loads of pearls over it. That just looks amazing. And yeah, it is so cozy, so easy to wear, easy to style. I know that I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of this. Apparently, this is the year of the cardigan. I have knit so many cardigans, and it is actually the cardigans that I tend to reach for on a daily basis. So this one for sure is going to be a favorite in my wardrobe. I knitted using my Advent pattern, the cardigan Advent pattern, and just didn't do the patterning, the stripes. I just knitted in one color. This is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Worsted, the non-superwash, and I am pretty sure that the colorway name is Currant. I will put it in the show notes below, where I'll also put links to patterns and all the good stuff. But yeah, I cannot link to this pattern because it is, as I said, not coming out until November 24, but I love it. I love the detail up here in the neckline where you cast on with an I-cord and then you pick up stitches to knit down from the I-cord, the yoke, and after you'd pick up stitches on top of the I-cord up here to knit the ribbing for the neckline. It really helps a cardigan stay up because it does give a little more structure than just a regular cast on. Other than that, it is a classic, very classic shape. A little bit of waist shaping, a little bit of short rows to make the, not actually to make the back longer, just to balance the back. And then it has these long cuffs, ribbed cuffs on the sleeves. So yeah, I am very excited to be sharing this pattern. But again, I still have a few weeks. I am now, fortunately, my brain, as it's beginning to come back. I still have the mush every now and then, but my brain is a lot more cooperative than it has been for the past weeks. So I feel confident that I will get this pattern ready to release it. Not this weekend, but the next. But yeah, I felt like I felt absolutely perfect in the cardigan. I felt cozy and elegant and really, really proud that I made my birthday outfit, or at least some of it myself. Some of the presents that I got, and this is, wow. Yeah, the generosity. My good knitting friend Bitten, and I've talked about Bitten before because she has given me so many things. She makes project bags. She does not sell her project bags, but she has made some for me. And for my birthday, she made me this set of Christmas bags, which, I mean, yeah, Christmas. We all know Christmas started on November 9, so, but just look at how beautiful they are. I love this fabric. It's just so beautiful. And the smaller size is perfect for a hat or a shawl. And the bigger one easily holds a sweater project. So if you like Bitten's bags, there is actually one chance of getting your hands on them, and that is during the knit-a-thon, because she has donated some of her bags to use as prizes for the knit-a-thon. That is probably your only chance because, as I said, she does not sell them. But yeah, a few fortunate people can win one of her bags during the knit-a-thon this weekend. She also added some yarn in one of the bags. This beautiful Pia colored skein of yarn from the Danish hand dyer. It's yarn. It is called Grey Zone or Gråzone. And it's for socks base. So it does have some nylon content. I'm probably not going to use it for socks because I think it's much too pretty to just be on my feet. I could see a hat or use it as a contrasting color in a sweater. Or for sure, I'm gonna enjoy this yarn. My friend Ina. And now if you're Danish or you understand Danish, you already know Ina because the Danish podcast that I do that as a collaboration with Ina. We share the channel. But yeah, Ina gifted me 6 glorious skeins of this Noro. And it's the Currant, which is a heavier, I think it's an Aran weight. So it's one of the heavier Noro yarns, colorway 31. As I said, 6 skeins. So I am guessing that that should be more than enough for just another cardigan. Just look at the long long stripes. That's not what it's called, the variation in the skein. This could be such a pretty cardigan. And it does feel rather lofty, like it would knit up, chunky but very, very light is what I'm expecting from the feel of this yarn. It is so beautiful. I love Noro yarns. I have always been too cheap to buy them for myself, but this is the second time that a good friend has gifted me some of their yarn. Actually, Bitten gifted me some last year, and I used it for the in and out raglan. You can go back to the episodes of this spring if you want to see what a beautiful in and out raglan that I got from that. And this, for sure, I'm gonna enjoy knitting with this so much. It just, yeah, Noro yarns for the win. She also put some Christmas decorations into the package. I just brought one of them with me here. Just look, how pretty is this little heart? It's an I-cord that she made, and then she added some wire inside to keep it in shape. There were a couple of these. There was also a Christmas tree. So I have started decorating the house for Christmas, just very gently, just adding a little bit here and there, but it's the time. It's okay. We can go at it, and I'm probably going to go crazy one of these next days. But these are just so pretty, and it's such a clever idea. I mean, especially if you have like an I-cord maker, you could whip these out pretty fast. But even if you have to sit and hand knit the I-cord, it's definitely a doable project. I could see myself making a handful of these. That was not even all for knitty presents. I got this set of teacups that are yarn themed. They are so beautiful. I love these cups. It's a Danish potter. She's called Potterike. I will link her Instagram in the description box below. She makes the most glorious cups. I have some of her Christmas cups, but my mother-in-law figured out that she had made this series of knitting cups. This one says knit, eat, love. They're all a little different, but they are so pretty. So that definitely, to me, counts as a knitty present as well. And then, as I said, I do have a birthday cast on, something that I don't usually do, but this year I was like, Usually I will use the month of November to finish all of my whips, so that I have like a clean slate when December rolls around and all the Advent knitting starts. But this year I was like, my needles are not all that busy. Plus I really wanted a Christmas-y sweater, not a Christmas sweater per se, but a Christmassy sweater. And of course, this being the year of the cardigan, I did end up casting on a cardigan. It lives in this beautiful project bag, which is actually a backpack. I got this one up at the McKinney Knittery in Texas, and it is so beautiful. And I think kind of Christmassy with the colors. So in here, I have my birthday cast on. And it is, I mean, it It is the festive yoke cardigan from Scandia Knits. I did make a lot of modifications, but it is still that pattern that I am kind of following. But just like, isn't it pretty? It makes me so happy. And it is, as you can tell, flying by. My birthday was on the 8th, so it goes really fast. There is something to these old Norwegian patterns. They're just so easy to knit. You don't have to deal with a lot of long floats, and they're just so pretty, and it's easy to read. You're knitting, you can almost tell just by looking at your stitches what you're going to do on the next round. You don't have to sit and refer to a chart all the time. And there is something to the color work thing. It's difficult to put down, especially when it's these rows of color work sections. It's like knitting stripes. Just one more pattern, just to see what happens. So I knit this. Most of this I knit yesterday, Sunday, which was also kind of my birthday. It was just a long, quiet day, just me and Peter laying on the couch in our PJs most of the day. And yeah, happily knitting away. As I said, I have made a number of modifications, and the first is I wanted to use a much heavier yarn that was in the pattern. So I am using some Drops Air, which is an Aran weight. This will typically give me around 17 stitches to 10 centimeters, which is far off the recommended gauge for the pattern. So I did what I always do. I figured out how many stitches am I gonna need over the chest. So how wide do I want it? How many stitches would that be? Then I went through the pattern to find the size that came closest. So easy modification. Of course, when you are doing color work, you also have to take into account that each pattern section is going to take up much more space than if I had followed the gauge of the pattern. But I decided I can wing it. I can look at it as I go and figure out, should I put in another section or not? I also did a little bit of math to figure out how many rounds would I approximately have for the yoke before I needed to separate. And then I picked some of the many, many patterns that are available. And I did this kind of symmetrical with a larger pattern in the middle, and then a slightly smaller on top and bottom, and then separated by these tiny little ones. I am so pleased with this. I am gonna stop the color work now. I have stopped it, but it's barely visible, but I have stopped it as I separated for the sleeves. Then I stopped the color work, and I'm just gonna knit the rest one color in the main color. Another thing that I have changed is in the pattern, it is written so that you have the bottom band. Let me see if I can show this. So that you knit the bottom band, so you have it going this way, going vertically all the way from the top to the bottom. I prefer to have the neckline finishing off the bottom band, so that on top of the bottom band I have the neckline. Does that make sense? You can almost see it here that I put stitches on hold so that the bottom band is gonna come here, but then I'm gonna have the neckline going all the way around. It's just one of my personal preferences. I'm also gonna knit the button bands vertically rather than horizontally. In the pattern, you pick up the stitches and then you make the ribbing this way. But I am gonna work with the stitches that I have here, and then I'm gonna pick up stitches all the way down and just knit the bottom band and attach it at the same time. I think that looks really neat. So that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, festive yoke sweater, a beautiful pattern, of course, from Skein Knits. Her patterns are very, very easy to follow. They're always thoughtfully written. Yeah. I recommend this a lot, and I love that you can make your own adventure with it and just pick and choose from all of the different charts that she provides in the pattern. As I am looking at this, I'm thinking, I would like to make one where I turn the colors around so that I have the red as the main color and the brown for the patterns, and then maybe go even more Christmassy. She has reindeer charts and she has Christmas tree charts. So I think there's probably going to be another festive yoke in my future. I'm just going to see if I do not have the ball band for the red color, but I am going to put in the description box below, I'm going to put the colorway numbers, because I think these two, they go together so very, very well to make something that is Christmassy, but not overly so. This one, I would wear this all winter. No, I wouldn't feel that it was too Christmassy to wear all winter. I could easily do that. I will say, if I actually go ahead and make the other one with the red main color and reindeers and Christmas trees and whatnot, that would probably, to me, read very Christmassy. So maybe that would be a true Christmas sweater, which I don't have that. I don't have like a real true Christmas sweater. I kind of thought that this would be it, but then as I was going to the charts, I was like, nah. which is ridiculous, because heaven knows I have enough sweaters, enough cardigans. I can make something that I only want to use for 1 month a year, and I'll be totally fine. So, yeah. Who knows? Maybe that is going to happen soon. For now, I am enjoying this. I am working on needles size 4.5 millimeter, the US 7s. So it really goes fast. If I sit in it for an hour, I can see that I've been working on it. So probably this is gonna fly by. What was that? No one's there. You're good. Misa is here right next to me, as always. But yeah, this is something that is making me very, very, very happy. That was it for today. Not a lot. I am working on other stuff, but I just wanted to do a quick little episode just to say hi, just to share my joy and, yeah, my birthday cast on mainly. But next weekend we are gonna be seeing a lot of each other, at least if you are planning to participate in the knit-a-thon. I really hope that a lot of you are gonna pop in during the glorious 24 hours of knitting. I know that many of you are planning to do much more than just pop in. I know that there are people who are going away either alone or with a knitting friend just to really immerse themselves in the knit-a-thon experience. I am doing just that this time around. Usually I do the knit-a-thon together with Peter. We have been all over the world for the knit-a-thons. But this year, he's going to be in Dubai and I'm going to be in Denmark. So I'm going to go to our cabin, our little summer house. It is teeny tiny, 46 square meters. It's tiny. It is so cozy. I'm going to sit by the fire in front of the big windows and I am going to be knitting my little heart out. I really love the knit-a-thon. I love the sense of community. I love all the friendship and all the cheering for each other. This time is a little bit different because usually I will be working on a design. I will have prepared a design and then I'm going to be knitting my sample during the knit-a-thon and then finishing the pattern and doing all the not so fun stuff after. This time I was inspired by one of the viewers who wrote to me, couldn't you publish the knit-a-thon pattern ahead of time so that we could all be knitting it together? And that was obviously such a wonderful idea. So I did just that. I can see a lot of you, and thank you for that, have already bought the pattern. So I hope that we will be seeing lots of cat number 6s for the knit-a-thon. I was debating what to do because Peter has one cat number 6. I have two. I have one with the hoodie and one with the crew neck. I was like, yeah, maybe we don't need more right now. So I will be making a kind of cat number 6. I will be making one for Victor, who is, he is one of my grandchildren, and he is so knit-worthy. Every time he sees me pull out my knitting, he's going to be, oh, are you making something for me? I just finished his little orange hat, and he is so happy with that hat. He just wears it around the clock. He is very, very knit-worthy. In the fall, I made a cat number 6 kind of for his little brother Theo, for Theo's birthday. I made one in some navy blue with a black collar and black edges, and then I duplicate stitched a T on it for Theo. So I'm going to be making one for Victor during the cat number 6. I'm going to be making it in some green wool of the Andes. I have for that project chosen the superwash wool of the Andes, but a dark, really lush green. And I'm going to be doing the same with the black collar, black finishing, and then duplicate stitching a V for Victor. So that's what I will be doing for the knit-a-thon. Are you going to have a special project for the knit-a-thon? Or are you just going to knit on whatever strikes your fancy? Or are you going to be doing one of those Finnish whip parades? I know that there's a good handful of people who does that, who uses the knit-a-thon to clear out their whips. So they will just line them up and start from one end and just be on a finishing spree for 24 hours, which also sounds so tempting. But this year I want to knit a sweater for Victor. Maybe one day I will get to do a 24-hour finishing spree. If you want to know more about the knit-a-thon, there is some information on my website, which will be linked in the description box below. It is www.50fabulous.dk. I still have not changed the name of that thing. It'll happen. Sometime it'll happen. But for now, 50fabulous.dk. I also still have the videos, my videos from the previous knit-a-thons. They're available on my channel. If you click playlists, you will see all the knit-a-thon playlists. And also I do have a video where I talk a little bit about my experiences doing a knit-a-thon. So what you might want to think about before embarking on this journey with us. I am going to link that episode again in the description box below. So, short and quick little episode. I really hope that you are all doing well. As I said, I hope I will be seeing you on Saturday. I am so excited. I hope you are too. Until we talk again, stay happy, stay safe, and keep knitting.